I can't imagine the whole pyramid was covered in sand. In that case, all this must have been more than 100 meters under the floor of the desert. I know lots of people find pyramids impressive, but what's the big deal? You pile up blocks into a heap. I could already do that when I was a kid. Maybe not as big, but the principle's the same. Fits like a glove. The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock. A heavy plank of wood. The Mary should have enough power to heave the obelisk onto the plinth. And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K, or whatever it was. Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it! All right. Now slowly... Ah! Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
The shadow of the obelisk at exactly 3 p.m. is supposed to cast across the stone you can use to open a secret door into the pyramid. Now it's about noon? Okay. It's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That must be it. That's it. Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps. Mortimer just about managed it. And Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist. They always go wherever there are the most traps.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
How about you accompany us?
In there? It's dangerous.
It's important. We need the Book of the Dead to bring a friend back into this world, and he might know something about a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
What?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
It's important.
It's Yes?
Come on, I thought Danger was your middle name.
Really? That would be a strange middle name. Walter or Winifred, those are good names. Mortimer's second name is Alfred.
Come on now, get in that pyramid.
In there? It's dangerous in there.
We really shouldn't go into the pyramid unprepared.
Oh, come on. Danger is my middle name. And it's important. Great evil is stirring.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to come in with me.
Okay, if that's how it's gotta be.
I win every argument. It's always been so. Put me on your shoulders.
Do I have to?
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead of us.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically. Onwards, my proud camel!
Nice little place. A conspicuous black hole in the wall.
You have to put your arm in there.
Sure?
Yes. Sometimes there is a switch at the end of the hole, but sometimes your arm will be sliced off instead. I'm pretty sure that this one here has a switch.
Vases? Cat statues? A wooden chair? Why is there only junk here and no treasure?
What use are treasures to you on the other side? At least you can sit on a chair.
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take something. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance. He needs the mirror.
Not anymore. I'm quite sure of that. It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
A chariot? A boat? Weapons? Food? Almost makes you wish you were dead.
Oh no. The pharaoh longed to live forever. That is why he commissioned the Book of the Dead to be written. This records everything that the wise were able to discover about death.
Do you believe the book can grant you eternal life?
I'd say it didn't work for old Tut-Tut, though. Ha!
A press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment himself. Hundreds of his most loyal slaves were buried with him.
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died. You can't see your hands in front of your face.
So what? Get in there. Chop chop.
There's no way I'm going into a pitch-black room.
I have never had such a stubborn camel, and you're very uncomfortable as well.
I can hear a kind of patter of thousands of little feet.
Oh, I'm sure that's nothing. Just get in there. Giddy up.
You can't see your hand.
So what?
There's no... Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my way.
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an emergency.
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom of the pitfall, and some scarab beetles are scurrying around between them.
I would suggest that we don't fall into that pit, then.
I guess the pit used to be covered with thin wooden planks or the like. Mortimer, or Time, one of the two has exposed the pit. Even if I get over this pitfall, I get... This column looks strange.
No, that's a perfectly normal column.
Sure.
Be careful, Nate. Why didn't you consult me before you put us in danger?
Hey, Critter.
Huh?
You take over for a bit. I've got some thinking to do. What's up? I don't know. That woman drives me crazy. Why do two great guys like us have such bad luck with our girlfriends? Yeah, all right. I'll take over. Locked. And like everything here, the door is made of stone. You can't just kick it open. So, tell me again. You said that if I stick my arm in there, it won't be chopped off?
How should I know?
Huh. There really is something like a lever here.
Pull it.
Ah!
Don't let go. The door is opening.
Great. Yes. Broken. The door's opened a little, but the mechanism seems to be broken. It doesn't open any further. Ah. Listen, Shorty, I've got something I need to take care of outside. I'll set you down here and take you with me when I come back.
Very well.
The sarcophagus is gold-plated. In normal circumstances, I would pocket some of the gold. But it's a bit different if the inhabitant of the sarcophagus is full of beans and still needs it. All right, then. Cast off.
Stop this thing.
Nope, me neither. I think we all know who's responsible for that.
Put it up.
You stay here. Prepare the cannons and be ready to rescue me if necessary.
Luca.
Give me the damned elf immediately!
There's no damned elf here. Get lost.
An unhealthy, artificial-looking, oversweet, fatty parody of a foodstuff. Wonderful.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I'm, admiring the fine delicacies.
Those aren't for you. They're for my guests. If you want to take part, I'm gonna have to make you pretty first.
No, that's all right. I'll keep my hands off your guests' food. It's a powerful kid's magic that can force grown men to sit at tiny tables and pretend they like tea. Fortunately, I'm immune. Colorful cloths. They don't seem to fulfill any purpose, apart from being colorful. Not much escaped the brat's magic. This hammer is one of the lucky few. That's the third biggest flower I've ever seen. The flower is too pretty and smells too good to just be left alone. That's wrong. Impressive, but wrong. It looks like the old hag doesn't dare venture into the palace. Not a bad idea considering the toys the Red Pirates got in there.
Just one more piece! Just one more little piece and you've done it!
Hey, Eyes!
Nate, nice to see you again.
Come on. Knowing you, you never lost sight of me.
Your life wasn't so boring over the past few years, I must admit. Good season.
I half expected to find you transformed into a huge ball of fluff with big goggle eyes.
The council leader and the charming Chantal are concentrating their attention on the palace. Fortunately.
I guess you also want her off the island as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I like tragedies, but I've never wanted to be in one.
You know why I'm here?
Of course, Princess Ivo. Oh, look at her. Isn't it sad? An elf in the prime of her life, sleeping away her best years.
I'm going to prevent that from happening.
And I hope you're successful. This is more boring than watching the cricket.
Ivo's father said I can't rescue Ivo against her mother's will.
That would be a bad idea. Although I'd like to see what would happen if you tried.
So how can I convince Ivo's mother that she's not acting in her daughter's best interests?
Isn't she? The future's in constant flux. Even I can't see it clearly in my mirrors. A powerful priestess like her might be able to see more, but clearly she doesn't want to.
She thinks Ivo's thrown her life away, and she thinks it's impossible that she could be happy with a child, or with me.
A difficult task that you do. Come on, number 3! Run! Come on! Yes! Sundancer won!
Ivo's pregnancy. Do you know who... you know...
Ivo said you weren't the father, but if not you, who?
I'm not the Oracle with 100 eyes. How should I know who it is?
Eyes that are blind if there's no reflective surface nearby. Ivo seemed very surprised by the news herself. She spoke of a curse that might have struck her.
A curse. Yeah, sure. Can I have that mirror?
Of course not!
I could always keep an eye on Ivo with it, and maybe it'll come in useful some other way.
It's already useful. It means I can see what happens next in the story. Anyway, I've never given any of my mirrors away. They are rare collector's items.
You collect mirrors? Rewind, delete, stupid question. Can I have that mirror?
Of course
I could...
It's all... Anyway.
You... Rewind. This little mirror came from a tomb in Lorem Ipsum. Is it worth anything?
It's that... Oh. Do you know what you've got there?
I'll take that as a yes then.
That's the mirror. The first one. Thousands of years old. Just imagine all the things it's seen. All the classics you could watch in it.
Wanna swap? The mirror, the first one, thousands of years old, in mint condition, for the mirror connected to Ivo's room?
Yes, of course. Take it. Wow. Mirrors used to be so small.
I gotta go.
Yes, go. Henceforth.
Some happy children playing in a garden. Ivo's mother refuses to believe that Ivo's children could have a happy future too. Who cares if the future queen has an illegitimate child? Well, apart from me. Thousands of lives are taking place behind these mirrors. Tragedies, comedies, and quite a lot of everyday life. Lady Van Buren, I assume.
Yes? Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Wayne Schlegel from the Seastone Life and Accident Insurance Company.
What do you want here?
There was an accident here. A pirate lost an eye. Now he has to wear a wooden leg. There was clearly a problem in processing the claim.
There's no one here anymore. Apart from that damned red pirate and the elf he's hiding.
Elf? What elf?
A thieving elf! She robbed me while I had to deal with the rest of her kind.
You've been to Elfborough? I heard it's supposed to be very pretty at this time of year.
We couldn't get in. Protective charms that not even my little darling could do anything about.
What a shame.
And then I go back home and find I've been robbed by that damned elf and her mob. They will suffer the consequences.
And you're sure the elf's here?
Of course! She flew here from Seastone on a magic hippogriff. We followed her trail to here, and there are no indications that the hippogriff has flown on.
You seem to have considerable magical power at your command, madam. Why don't you just magic the elf out of there?
If it were really so simple, do you really think I'd be wasting my precious time here? That red scoundrel threatened us! Us! He has a magic weapon in there! Ancient, divine magic, which even my Chantal can't do anything against.
Perhaps I could go in there and talk to the Red Pirate. I'm an insurance salesman. No one would dare do anything to an insurance salesman.
That's true. And every hour that I waste here prevents me from taking care of the transformation of the country. Go in. Convince that old scoundrel.
What you've done with this island is very impressive, Lady Van Buren. Just like in Seastone, you and your daughter are a real asset to this land.
Thank you very much. Politicians so seldom receive the thanks that's due to them. One works tirelessly for years on end for oneself and one's friends, and do the electorate thank you for it? No.
Sad. Very sad. Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
That's some transformation. There must be powerful magic at work. When Ivo told me about Seastone, I could hardly believe it. Even if the power of the brat's sorcerer grandpa is concentrated in the wand, where did he get all the power from? I'd better not speak to her. She could turn me into a small, hairy, pink critter in the blink of an eye. And who would want something like that hanging around?
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
Nate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Let me guess. You've redecorated, so the pirates that fled come back.
Oh, it was that little brat and her mother. Turned up here saying I should hand over the elf.
And you explained politely that the elf is no longer here and that unfortunately you can't, as such, be of no help.
I kicked them out. Then they started transforming my island. They would have got me too if I didn't have the head.
I see you were at least able to rescue the statues.
Statues? They're my friends. Tell him. Friends! I brought them in here long before them witches came. A man shouldn't be alone. Isn't that right, Martha? Right.
Yeah. I've even heard of people who went mad because they had no one to talk to.
Can't happen to me. I've got friends and things that are on the up. Friends?
Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the invisible force that determines what we do?
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate. You have to.
I'm here because I need the spirit compass.
What? Not because you missed my company?
And because I've missed your company, but mainly the compass. A friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right, Pierre? You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say?
It's stew today.
Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is food. All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities off my island, I'll lend you the compass for a day.
Deal.
Deal.
Our deal stands?
Aye, you chase those two horrors off my island, and I'll lend you the spirit compass.
That's what I wanted to hear. I've got to go.
See you later.
See you later.
Perhaps Old Red's friends can persuade him to give me the compass. I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue. Those aren't really friends of the Red Pirate. If they were, they'd have drawn his attention to the fact that he's completely lost his mind. I knew William. He doesn't talk as much now he's a statue, and he doesn't suffer from BO anymore. The bird doesn't sound anything like William, but if Old Red can accept that William is now a statue, he's hardly going to care about his new voice. Few books are consulted for words of wisdom as often as this one, but I think they rarely help. The Spirit Compass. It can show the Archmage the way out of the spirit world. The poor bird looks quite stressed out. I would be too if I was the one-man entertainer for a lunatic with a Medusa head. I wonder. You should give Nate the compass. Ah!
Huh? Nate, was that you?
No.
Liar. No, liar. Ah!
I can see it's you, Nate. Imitating other people. You inflated bomb cake.
Scandal. Ah!
I knew William. The bird doesn't sound... The Medusa head is the only thing keeping Van Buren out. No one in their right mind picks a fight with old magic like that. Neither does Van Buren. I'd better not. The ape has got nothing to match the Van Buren's magic. But he could easily take me out if I try to steal the compass. The ape has got nothing, but he... Hello there.
What do you want? Go away!
I'm Nate. You're the council leader Van Buren's daughter, right?
Uh-huh. And you are not invited to my party.
Quite, pretty what you've done with the city.
I got it all out of my book. And Mommy says I've got a real artificial talent.
Artistic. Although, artificial works too. Wouldn't it be fun to move on and transform something else? Or To travel back to Seastone and have an afternoon nap.
Mommy's looking for the elf who stole things from us.
Yes, but aren't you the one in charge here? Just tell her you want to go somewhere else.
But I've got everything ready for my tea party, and the guests will arrive any minute.
But... a tea party, huh?
Exactly like in my book. I'm celebrating my birthday. I've got a table, tea, and lovely things to eat, and any minute now the guests will arrive. The Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit. And then I'll get presents.
I'd love to be a guest at your tea party.
Ew, you can't come. You aren't a Mad Hatter, and you're not a White Rabbit either. And you're a boy, and ugly.
Now listen here.
I can make you pretty.
Thank you, but that's not necessary. And this Hatter and Rabbit? Will you make them appear by magic?
No, I can only change things. They will come here. I've done everything exactly the same as in my book, so they've gotta come. I always get very angry if I don't get exactly what I want.
Okay.
And they all have to bring me presents, and when the Hatter and the White Rabbit are there, then Mommy has to come over as well. Right, Mommy?
What, sweetie?
When the other guests have arrived, then you'll come over too and give me an unbirthday present, right?
Of course, my sweet. As soon as a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit appear, then I'll give you the most super-duper present ever.
Ha! Did you hear that? The biggest, bestest present ever!
Who is this Mad Hatter you're expecting?
He's a Hatter, and he's mad.
Uh-huh. And what is it that makes him a Hatter? And what makes him so mad?
He wears a top hat and a colorful neckerchief, and I'm not sure why he's mad, but he is.
I see. A white rabbit at a tea party? Curious.
You think?
Yeah, and perhaps you should give him a watch if he doesn't turn up soon.
No, my guests have to give me a present.
I've got to go.
Yes, otherwise you'll scare my guests away.
I should be able to find something useful for dressing up here. White powder, for example. Anything else? A perfume atomizer. Empty, unfortunately. Nah, nothing of use. Wasn't there a... Ah, there. The rabbit costume. Ah, Randolph, my living skeleton hand. Critter and Randolph don't really get on, but all hands are needed on board a ship. All hands needed. Hey, Randolph, high five. That always works. All right. Cast off. A green top hat. It should be useful. Green top hats always are. Metal cans. The dwarves invented them to keep perishable foods fresh. All right then. Cast off. I remember that from my childhood. You connect the cans with a string and can talk to someone across several meters, just like you could without the cans. Hello! I'm the Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
Just like in my book! Are you really mad?
Sure, completely insane. I think you're a revolting child, and you have terrible taste.
You must be really mad if you're making fun of me! Have you got a present for me, too?
I've got a great gadget for you. Magical communicator.
A what?
If you pull the string tight and someone speaks into the tin at one end, you can hear what he says at the other end.
That's completely lame! If you want something, then you could just scream loudly for it.
But it's not lame.
It is! And totally impractical, with all those cables and all. Now it'll work without the stupid cable.
Even better.
Say what? That isn't a present! I want a real present! Something that I can hold!
And what kind of presents would you like?
Good ones! Anyone wishing to come to my birthday party must give me a good present!
And what is a good present?
I like sweet and fluffy animals, I like things for girls, and I like fairy tales.
Give Nate the compass, bird brain.
Did you say that?
Huh? I'm over here.
Be careful what you say, William.
What? William's dead. I'm talking to you. Ah! What? I've had enough of you and this whole charade. Give Nate what he needs and let me go. Ah!
You ungrateful tit! I told you you're only to speak when I ask you something.
What? No one listens to you, fatty. What?
Fatty?
What?
I won't be insulted by a feathered mongrel. One more word.
And what, bird brain? Ah!
Oh, just you wait.
Ah! Ah!
No, come back! Come back! Who's gonna talk to me now?
I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue. I think the parrot is happy not having to play the one-man entertainer in the madhouse anymore. Hey, you up there. Are you hungry? Gotcha! All right, then. Cast off! That should work. All right, I've pressed the oil out of the flour. It's sticky and smells strong. It's all in. Not my style. Too crazy. All right then. Cast off. I don't know if it's the best perfume ever, but as I made it, chances are it is. I don't know if it's the best, but as I... All right then. Cast off. Hi.
Oh, Hatter! Have you got a present for me?
I've got a wonderful perfume for you.
Perfume? Achoo!
Splendid, isn't it? All the ladies in Lorem Ipsum are wearing it this season.
But it's making my eyes water.
That's how it has to be. Don't you know the saying, one must suffer to be beautiful? You shouldn't really be wearing this kind of thing yet. It's only for the big girls.
Only for grown-ups?
Yes, little girls shouldn't wear perfume. Only women of the world.
I am a woman of the world.
I thought so. But don't tell your mother anything about it.
Thank you. What a lovely present. Please take a seat, Mr. Hatter.
At once, milady. I, just want to watch out for my friend, the White Rabbit.
It's about time he arrived.
Hey, Critter.
Huh?
Forget.
Okay.
The Van Buren brat is expecting a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit at her tea party.
Soda Lupa?
I've got an idea. All you've got to do is play the White Rabbit.
Soda Luca.
It worries me a little how easy it is to persuade you to do this kind of thing. All right. You're white, you've got a costume on, you've got a present. It's now or never. May I introduce you to the White Rabbit?
That doesn't look like a normal rabbit at all.
Yes, well, you know.
Gosh, it's a super rabbit.
Only the best for your party.
Have you got a present for me, little Snuffles?
Put it up.
Mr. Hoppy thought you might like a rare animal from his homeland.
Oh, that really is pretty.
Pretty squaw.
And he talks.
Ooh! Oh, that's such a lovely present. Please, Mr. Bird, do take a seat. Do take a seat, Mr. Hoppy. May I offer you some tea?
So, Mr. Hoppy and I are here. Wasn't your dear mother going to join us?
Uh-huh. Mommy, it's tea time! The Hatter and the Rabbit are here!
For what? It's lovely that you found someone to play with, but Mummy has to work.
You promised me the biggest and bestest present ever as soon as the Hatter and the Rabbit arrived!
But darling, those aren't.
I want my present now! Where is it?
But darling, we already talked about this. You mustn't get so overexcited and stop pointing that thing at me.
I want my present!
Of course. It's, in sea stone. You can choose something from the shop. I can't do anything here by the look of it.
Good news.
Have they gone?
Certainly. It was hard work, but worth it for a magic compass.
What magic compass?
The spirit compass you promised me.
I don't remember that. Do you, Pierre? Nah, Pierre doesn't either.
You said you'd lend me the spirit compass if I got rid of the Van Burens.
So what? Did you hear me say pirate's word of honor?
You didn't say pirate's word of honor.
Therefore, according to pirate law, no contract was entered into. You should have known that, Nate.
But I need the compass.
And I'm not going to hand it over that easily. You should have known that too. Out with him and bolt the door.
You're gonna regret this. What did you say, Pierre? Fat loony? I wouldn't dare say that. Delicious. It's impossible to keep your hands off this kind of thing. I'm not proud. No, I'm gonna be strong. For now. Would you like some of these sweets? Whoa, Betty! Someone's got one hell of a sweet tooth. I haven't got any more. There's about 200 weights of these unhealthy treats waiting for you over there, in front of the palace. Yes, go, but make sure you don't eat them all at once. What have you done, little fella? You... The whole lot? How is that even... I mean, it's gotta have gone somewhere. Not only is she blessed with an appetite, she's also got fantastic digestion. That's the biggest, most formidable, and most glittery heap of dung I've ever seen. You want me to... That's... it's still warm. All right, then. Cast off. What I'd really like to do is go up there, give the old boot a slap round the face, and get Ivo out of this place. But Ivo's mother is a powerful priestess. She's probably got a dozen ways she could incapacitate me without me even noticing. I have to be careful. Ivo's mirror. When I was here, her fat bird sat in front of it most of the time. Why did she suddenly put Ivo to sleep? Did Ivo keep the fact that she's pregnant secret even from her parents? Could that even be the reason that she left Elfborough? It looks like she's asleep. But her father said it's more than just sleep. Time's standing still for her. Cheep Cheep, Ivo's bird. We don't get along. He's a puffed up rooster. And he says the same of me. Maybe I can lure the queen onto the balcony, grab Ivo, and... no. Where would we go? All right then. Cast off.
Nate! What's going on? Why did you take Ivo's mirror?
Let's give them a bit of privacy. What do you think?
Private what?
I don't think that would change anything. The Oracle's mirror is the receiver. It shows whatever the mirror in Ivo's room sees. I don't think that would change anything. The Oracle's mirror is the receiver. It shows whatever the mirror in Ivo's room sees. All right.
Hey, I was watching that!
It won't take long. Anyway, you owe me a favor for getting rid of the Van Burens.
All right then, but hurry up!
All right then. Cast off. If this doesn't work, then I'm a goner. Don't hurt me! You have to see this.
You! You did this to my baby!
I didn't. And you should have a look at this. Your grandchild.
Stop making such a racket. Nora, keep those kids of yours in check.
Well...
You want to see into the future and find out what you've done to her? I'll show you.
Why don't you ask Granny whether she'll tell you a story? Don't call me Granny.
A story, a story!
Do you really want to keep her imprisoned here so that she hates you for the rest of her life?
Granny tells the best stories!
All right then. What story do you want to hear?
No. I see I was wrong.
I made a decision for Ivo once because I thought it was the best for her. It broke my heart, and it was wrong. Only one person should make decisions on Ivo's life. Ivo. I'll wait outside.
Oh, what's happened? You stunned me!
Not quite so fast, darling.
How much time has passed?
A little. The human is still here. He's waiting outside.
Is Nate still here?
He convinced me to wake you up. Ivo, I didn't want this. One can be full of good intentions and still do the wrong thing.
And apologies will not make what's done undone.
No, they don't. But one can only try to do the right thing and hope to be forgiven. Ivo.
Farewell.
What's taking so long?
I fetched this.
Are you okay?
Yes, fine. Dad says I have you to thank for this?
I didn't want to just leave you lying there. And while I was at it, I discovered Lorem Ipsum.
Then you'll help me transform Alistair back?
What do you mean, help you? The critter and me did all the work while you were asleep.
Oh, you. Oh.
We'll bring Alistair back. That's all. It changes nothing, all right?
I don't want anything else. Now let's get out of here. Get some distance between me and my mother.
You heard, critter. Cast off! Cast off!
Impressive. Did you excavate all this?
We had some help.
Who?
He's waiting in the pyramid, the entrance of which me and Critter opened all on our own.
May I introduce you to, the mummy?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mortimer?
Oh, I am not going to talk to you.
You know each other?
We know each other.
I don't know what it's doing here, but for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to ignore it.
You really do know each other.
What's wrong with her?
The lever in the hole opens the door a little bit. As soon as I let it go, though, it closes again. Right. Again.
Malaka boom boom! Box! mo lahat. Texture push. Tulad mo lahat. Hatawin. Putsura, Luca. Texture push. Oltsach. Babalu. Babalu.
Ah.
Yeah, I guess I am. Do you want to have a feel?
Thank you. One trap less. The ball must weigh tons. Isn't there another way into the burial chamber?
Burial chamber?
I've somehow got to move it. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom of the pitfall, and some scarab beetles are scurrying around.
I would suggest that we don't fall into that pit, then.
I guess the pit used to be covered with thin Mortimer, or time. One of the two has exposed the pit. The plank isn't long enough to bridge the pit, and I don't want to put it in on an angle. The beetles might crawl out. This hippogriff dung, and that includes the night I carried stink. All right, Randolph. An honorable task awaits you. Pull the lever. All right, stay right there. We'll get you out of there afterwards.
solo, Luca.
The door's opened a little, but the... What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic. Perhaps a little bit. Okay, they seem to really like it. Delicious. At least I don't have to carry it around with me anymore. The dung beetles can smell the dung. They're very excited. They're running back and forth on the walls of the hole. They're looking for a way to get to the ball. Run, my little workers! Go forth and get yourselves the mother of all dung balls! They're doing it. Together they're strong. However, not very clever. Why not? All right then, what happens here? A wheel in the wall. Judging by its position, I'd say it opens the grate next to it.
Quite right. We had blind slaves who cared for the basilisks. They were only allowed to open the enclosures when all others had left the room.
The basilisks don't need the wheel anymore. A grate, and some kind of enclosure behind it. But it doesn't look as if there's much danger lying in wait for me. There are only a couple of skeletons on the floor.
What has happened to the basilisks?
I'm no zoologist, but it might be problematic if you don't feed basilisks for a few thousand years.
But the scarabs survived.
Yeah, but that's because there's enough shit in this world. Something happened. And now it's been reversed again. A board full of small stone discs. Looks a bit like a board game.
Behind such boards, we used to hide treasures back in the day.
That thing's a safe of sorts?
Indeed. If you manage to move the figure to one of the treasure fields, the board will flip open. There are pitfalls, and fields that turn into pitfalls after they have been stepped on. You can't step on spiky fields, but the golem can. He will move towards your figure if you are standing in a straight line to him.
All right. And anyone can open the safe if he wins the game?
Well, some think that a thief that goes through the trouble of solving the puzzle has earned the right to do some looting. Personally, I never agreed with that.
Alrighty then. I'll try my luck.
No, this present does not belong to you.
Present?
Read, fool. Present of the Pharaoh to his favorite concubine, Star of the East.
Ooh, that sounds like gold, gems, finest jewelry.
Huck-nake! Huck-nake!
What are you doing?
I will continue to make this noise as long as you try to steal from the Pharaoh's favorite concubine.
She must have been dead for thousands of years.
Huck-nake!
Okay. Just a quick one or two moves.
Huck-nake! Huck-nake! Why are you stopping?
Just a quick one or two moves.
Huck-nake! Huck-nake! Why are you stopping?
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like. Just a quick one.
Huck-nake! Huck-nake! Why are you stopping?
Thank you.
take this.
Thank you. Here, you might need this more than me.
Love to.
Is this another sarcophagus or something?
No, that is a tool chest.
Quite a lot of work just for storing some tools, don't you think?
Lorem Ipsum was built with knowledge and these tools. We revere them.
Do you know how to open the chest?
You have to set the right code. It is yellow, red, red, blue, green.
You remember it?
Why wouldn't I?
Various hammers, a compass, a plumb line. Not very impressive. What's this?
That's just a standard time manipulator. You'd be better off taking the plumb line.
Time manipulator?
It stops time for a few seconds in a limited area. Very handy if you need to carry out work on fast-moving parts. But the plumb line will allow you to build things perfectly perpendicular to the ground. That's like magic.
I think I'll stick with the time manipulator thingy.
Ladura Pukjete?
Nothing?
Extra push. Extra push.
Here, take the time manipulator. But be careful, and don't point it at anyone.
Nate doesn't like puzzles much. Too much thinking for him. But whatever this was here, he appears to have solved it. A big stone board filled with loads of small stone boards. No idea what this is for.
Just a quick one or two moves.
Why are you stopping?
Let me guess. The Pharaoh's burial chamber is behind this door.
Yes, it is.
How do you open it?
You have to... Have you given it a good tug yet?
That's it.
Wow.
The burial chamber of Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Yes, that's him. Did you ever see such an ugly fellow?
So that's probably the Book of the Dead.
Looks like it. Let's grab it and get out of here.
No.
Oh, sure, I am. Just wanted a peek.
I say, this is impressive. I don't remember us having anything like this. You built me, O venerable Tut-Tut.
Venerable Tut-Tut?
Yes,
You are Pharaoh Tut-Tut?
it would appear so. Hey, you! I say, help me get off this camel. King Tut is back.
Hooray!
In any case, I guess it's okay if we take the Book of the Dead now.
Where did you get that idea, mortal? I didn't get to be God King of the desert by giving my things away.
That much is clear.
The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of ritual. This tunnel is clearly much more recent than the rest. I guess this was Mortimer's way out of here once the stone ball blocked his way back. The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of ritual. A board with 5, 9, 16 marbles that form a kind of pyramid. No idea what that is. Either Tut used to be much bigger, or the statue wasn't built to scale. I wonder whether there's something he's trying to compensate for. My ungrateful rucksack won't cough up the Book of the Dead just like that. And we better not get on the wrong side of his stony doppelganger. Just look at him. Just sitting there like a pharaoh. Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
I'm quite sure you said something about the crazy Pharaoh Tut-Tut when we were outside the pyramid.
I'm sure I'd remember that.
When we were coming in, you called yourself ugly. And I would never doubt the word of the Pharaoh. You are crazy and ugly.
Where am I?
I'd never have thought there were golems back in your day.
Of course there were. I invented them. How could we possibly have erected the pyramids without giant living stone statues? With ropes, sledges, and a lot of muscle power?
Whenever I hear a golem story, it always ends in catastrophe.
Oh, shush. If you deploy them wisely and in moderation, then nothing bad will happen. Our flowering lordum ipsum out there is living proof of that.
The Book of the Dead. You've got it. I need it.
What exactly are you trying to tell me?
Don't you think you owe me something?
Owe you something?
You'd never have got in here without me. I opened the pyramid. I opened the gate to the burial chamber with my friends. I even carried you around on my back half the time.
Do we know each other?
What are these balls and the board all about?
This is the Nim game. My favorite. I'm unbeatable.
Really? How do you play?
Well, one has to... Yes, exactly. Each of us takes turns to remove any number of marbles from the board, but only marbles from one plane of the pyramid. And whoever takes the last marble loses. Do you want to play?
Off we go. You start.
That is... No.
Come on, you have to take a marble.
But that would mean I have lost.
Yep, that's exactly what it would mean.
But I never lose.
It certainly would be better that way. What would your people say if the godlike pharaoh were to lose against a mere mortal?
They must never find out.
You could bribe me with something.
Yes, or I could have you squashed by my golem.
A bribe? Excellent idea.
Aha! Of course. I just came up with that. What would you like?
The Book of the Dead?
It's yours. In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I watched the temple virgins when they were changing.
Agreed. The Book of the Dead. So what now?
Just missing the compass now.
To the Red Pirate. Thank you. I'll have a look where the tunnel leads. If we'd known about this passage before, it would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Perhaps MacGuffin wanted to protect the tomb from tomb raiders. Or he wanted to have a private entrance so he could clear the tomb at a later date himself.
All right, what have we here? What did Tut-Tut say? You have to move the figure to one of the treasure fields without the golem catching you. The rest I'll probably just have to try out. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work somehow. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work somehow. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work. Huh. I don't like those kind of shenanigans. This has to work. Done. The present of the pharaoh for his favorite concubine. Still wrapped. Jewelry? Gems? Is that really clothing? It feels somehow right. Mary and me like a bit of banter. She says I haven't got a clue about flying airships, and that we only stay in the air because she ignores my commands. Ha! All right, then. Cast off. It's not safe for you on the island. Van Buren could return.
In that case, it won't be safe for you either.
Yes, but it's not just about yourself now.
Oh well, okay. Call if you need me.
I will. Is this what you're looking for? I would think again if I were you. Think about it. How did I get the key, With magic. Look what magic can do. Do you want to be stuck in a pink tutu and forced to be Chantel's playmate? Run! I'll give you 10 seconds head start. It's me again.
Don't move. How did you get past the ape?
Maybe the invisible powers helped me.
Take that back.
Nice and easy now. I don't want any trouble, and you've still got the head. I just wanted to hang out with my old friends. Right, guys?
Okay. They're all I've got left. Did William just move?
Huh? Dunno. Did he?
Why shouldn't he? Living friends. Friends living. Friends move, right? He did move.
Who moved?
William. He wants to tell me something.
You mean that stone statue wants to tell you something? This could turn out badly for you.
Badly?
Yeah, you turned him into stone, right? Perhaps him and the others didn't really like that. And how are you going to protect yourself? They're stone already.
Oh, I won't let them out of my sight.
Don't blink. Time to have some fun.
No! What do you want from me?
They want you dead! I'll try and stop them! Run! That worked better than I dared hope. The Spirit Compass. Now we've got the Book of the Dead, the Compass, and the Spark of Life. Everything we need to bring Alistair back. To the Oracle!
Gulasam, Erith, Barium, etc.
Good. And now the spark of life.
It didn't work.
What happened?
Archmage Alistair!
Why am I a frog?
Yeah, why is he still a frog?
We've brought his spirit back into this world. Turning him human again was never part of the deal.
But there is a simple way to change a frog back into a human being. It just needs to be kissed by a virgin princess.
But where are we going to find one of them?
Thank you.
But I don't understand. Why is Ivo pregnant?
The artifact.
Huh?
The artifact of divine fate can fulfill any wish, and Ivo carried it for a long time. If one spends enough time in the presence of such a powerful magical object, then the magic can linger. It keeps working, even when the object itself isn't there anymore.
But I didn't wish for a child.
I'm not saying you did.
Well, yes,
You did this to me? You wanted to start a family with me?
Yes, but I didn't know. Ivo of the Woodland Realm, will you be my wife and spend the rest of your life with me?
Yes! Yes!
Congratulations to both of you.
Soon we'll be a real family. And we didn't even have to have that sex thing to do it.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Now, tell me, what has happened?
You were changed into a frog by the little Van Buren.
There was a golem and Monkus.
He tricked Wilbur, but you sorted out the golem in seconds, and Monkus wouldn't have been a problem for you either.
But then there was this incredible magical energy. It caught me completely by surprise.
That was the little brat. She'd got hold of Wilbur's wand, and because she's a descendant of the evil sorcerer that made the wand...
Wilbur's magic wand is the wand of... May the gods protect us.
She's transformed half of Seastone, and she's been here too. I've seen some wizardry in my life, but what this girl's been up to... Whoa, Nelly!
Where are Wilbur and Remy?
I'm so sorry, Archmage, but Remy is dead. He was killed by a ghost.
No, I can still feel him.
He died in Wilbur's arms, in the temple in which he found Wilbur's magic wand all those years ago.
Which temple is that?
I don't know exactly. Wilbur thought it was dedicated to some evil god. He called him the Nameless One.
The Nameless One?
So that's not very good.
Some sorcerers held rituals there and built a machine.
The wand. It went from the Van Burens to Wilbur via Remy, and then to the Van Buren girl. I should have examined it more closely.
Wilbur is doing what Remy asked him. He's searching for a book which details how Van Buren's wand can be destroyed.
That wasn't Remy, and the book doesn't tell us how to destroy the wand either. The Van Buren brothers were... We have to stop Monkus and his mad scheme at all costs!
Monkus? Aren't the Van Burens the real problem? They're transforming the whole world bit by bit.
A world which will perish if Monkus gets his hands on the book from the Dark Woods. Quick, hand me my magic wand.
That's... well, now...
You haven't brought it with you, have you?
It must still be in Seastone.
We have to retrieve it immediately. Without it, I can't channel my powers. I feel weaker than ever.
I'll fire up the Mary. Let's go. Hi, Critter. We've turned the Archmage back to normal, and you won't believe it, but Ivo and me...
You tricked me! Where is the elf?
Hey, careful with that thing.
What's going on here?
Alistair? This time there'll be no way back!
Ivo!
Come on, Alistair! Or are you going to carry on hiding behind your friends?
Nate!
Ivo, you have to go, now.
No, I have to help him.
Uha, kulohahu.
so pretty in there.
Don't worry, my darling. The nice Archmage hasn't got a wand, and he is weak.
This is not about you and your little coup d'etat, Mrs. Van Buren. There are other powers at work here, sinister powers.
Which you, of course, will be able to prevent if we let you go, right?
You don't understand. We are talking about the end of the world.
You'd say anything to save your neck, Alistair.
The wand has to be destroyed. It will lead to untold suffering.
It is the key to power. My power.
Chantal, if we don't destroy the wand, then terrible things will happen.
Don't listen to him.
But it's mine, and I'm not doing anything terrible.
That's right, my little snuggle bunny.
Put that head away. It's dangerous. There is no known cure for being turned to stone.
That's why no one will dare question my bid for power. The most powerful wand in the world and a head that turns any being of flesh and blood to stone. We have both of Avantasia's most powerful weapons in our hands. No one will be able to stop us.
You're right. This has to end here.
You want to stop us? Shoot! We have won!
You have not won. I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
But this is all nonsense. If that's what happened, then I would be... No. What kind of a place do you think this is, Nate? Ah!
Let me go!
You can't help him now.
But we can't just leave him behind!
We have to stop Monkus. Using the temple will open a door to the Nameless One's dungeon dimension.
I couldn't give a about this Nameless One. I have to rescue my husband!
Ivo, he's out of our reach.
Is there no hope then?
Yes, there is. But if the wand does what it was created for, then it will mean the end of all hope. For Nate, for you, and for your child. If you want to rescue him, you have to go to Seastone.
What do I have to do?
I lied to Van Buren. I have no power anymore. It takes all my remaining strength to stay in the land of the living, but soon I will have to leave it. That is why it's up to all of you to stop Monkus. He must not be allowed to use the machine in the temple.
I will stop him.
Be careful. He is clever, powerful, and prepared to do anything. I will try to warn Wilbur in the Dark Woods. He's been conned and is playing right into the enemy's hands. I don't have much time left. Goodbye, Ivo.
But what shall I do? I will come back as quickly as I can, and we shall be reunited, my love. Right now, our hope is in Seastone and with Wilbur in the Dark Woods.
Are you sure, Wilbur?
Yes. Some villager will know where old Van Buren lived, and maybe even where we can find the book.
Shouldn't I come with you?
If your feet hurt as much as mine do, then I don't want to do that to you. I won't be gone long. Will you please look after Timmy?
Don't worry, he's sleeping. When you get back, there'll be hot sausages waiting for you.
I can hardly wait. Like a graveyard.